It is midnight in a heat wave, and sleep simply will not come. You are exhausted, the room is dark, and yet your body stays stubbornly awake. You kick off the blanket, flip the pillow, and hunt for one cool spot. Even with a fan or the air conditioning running, your mind will not switch off. It feels like willpower should work, but somehow the heat always seems to win. So why does a hot night make falling asleep feel almost completely impossible? The secret is that sleep does not begin in your mind, but in your temperature. Every single night, to fall asleep, your core body temperature has to quietly drop. It falls by only about 1 or 2 degrees, but that small dip is essential. Deep inside your brain sits a tiny thermostat, a region called the hypothalamus. As night falls, it releases melatonin and tells the whole body to start cooling. To lose that heat, your body opens up the blood vessels in your hands and feet. Warm hands and warm feet are actually your body venting heat out into the room. As the core cools, the brain reads it as a clear signal that night has arrived. Sleep quietly rides down that falling temperature curve like a slide into the dark. This is why, oddly, a warm bath before bed can actually help you fall asleep. It pulls blood out to your skin, so afterward your core drops faster than before. Now, picture that same body trying to cool down inside a stifling, sweltering hot room. To shed its heat, your body needs the surrounding air to be cooler than you are. But on a hot night, the air is nearly as warm as your own bare skin. So the heat has nowhere to go, and your core temperature simply refuses to fall. Your internal thermostat keeps trying, but the exit door for the heat is blocked. When cooling by radiation fails, the body switches over to its backup plan, sweat. But sweat only cools you when it evaporates and carries the heat off your skin. The trouble is that heat waves are often humid, and humid air is full of water. When the air is already soaked, your sweat just sits there and never evaporates. So you lie there wet and hot, with your very last cooling trick quietly disabled. Your body is fighting hard to cool for sleep, and the hot room is slowly winning. Even if you finally drift off, the heat is honestly not finished with you yet. The deepest, most restoring stages of sleep are also the most sensitive to heat. During dreaming REM sleep, something genuinely strange happens to your inner thermostat. Your brain briefly switches off almost all of its own temperature control. In REM, you cannot shiver to warm yourself up or sweat to cool yourself down. For a few minutes, your body simply drifts at the mercy of the room's temperature. In a hot room, that is genuinely risky, so the brain quietly decides to play it safe. It cuts the dreaming stage short to avoid losing all control of your temperature. So on hot nights, you get less dreaming sleep, the kind that restores your mind. Deep, slow wave sleep shrinks to the very stage that repairs your body overnight. You may spend a full 8 hours in bed, yet wake as if you barely slept. The next day, that stolen sleep quietly shows up in how you think and feel. Memory suffers because your brain files away the days learning mostly while you sleep. Your mood frays, your focus wanders, and small problems start to feel far too large. Poor sleep even nudges the body toward more stress and higher blood pressure. One bad night is survivable, but a long heat wave keeps stacking the damage up, and nights are quietly warming even faster than the days are, all across the planet. So more people, in more places, now face this exact sleepless and sweaty battle. The good news is that you can genuinely help your body when the fight to cool. You cannot force sleep, but you can lower the temperature that quietly unlocks it. A cool, dark room near 65 degrees gives your core the drop that it needs. Stick one foot out from under the blanket to vent heat straight through your skin. A fan helps too, by moving the air so your sweat can finally evaporate again. A warm shower an hour before bed can trick your core into cooling down faster. The whole aim is simple. Give the heat an easy, open path out of your body. Because sleep was never switched on by tiredness alone, but by letting go of heat. On a hot night, you are not weak. You're simply fighting your own thermostat. Help your body cool and sleep, patient as ever, quietly finds its way back to you.